Two.
Hey everyone, so today's Bible story is David and Mephibosheth. It's 1 Samuel 19 to 20 and 2 Samuel 9. And so it's a really long chunk. It's basically like talking about from when David was anointed all the way up through like David and Jonathan, when Jonathan shot the arrow to warn David that Saul was going to try to take his life, and continuing on. And after that, David promised that he would take care of Jonathan and his family. And so even though Jonathan had passed away and Saul was gone, David kept that promise and gave Jonathan's son Mephibosheth a place in the palace whenever he wanted it, and to eat food at his table with the king always. So he kept his promise from Jonathan from long ago. So the first thing we're going to do for an activity is we're going to make Stomp Rockets. They're super fun. You're going to take a piece of just plain cardstock. You're going to have this form, which you will need to share. And you're just going to roll the cardstock lengthwise, not the short way, the long way, on this. And then you're going to want to get it just so it's around it. You don't want it super tight so you can't move this. And then you want to get a piece of tape. So you're going to have to share this, like I said. So once they get a piece of tape on there, have them pull it off, pass it to the next person, and then they can finish doing it. So what you want to do is you want to seal this really good, because you do not want any air to escape. If air escapes, it won't launch very well. So that's your tube. Basically, like I said, you want this sealed well. And then there used to be, you'll have on your form or your thing, these are fins, which I've already cut out several of them. And then this is the cone. The cone is really hard to get sealed. It's a much more difficult way to make it, so we're not gonna do it that way. We're just gonna take the end, kind of smash it flat, and then fold it once, and then a second time. Not a very big fold, so it's like that. And then you're just gonna tape that really good. That's a way easier way to trap the air in. And then you just want to make sure that you don't have any air escaping. So to do that, you just blow in. Make sure if you've got a bunch of air coming out, then you've got a problem. Now your fins, you can either cut it, just a little slit in there, and fold it one way and the other way. You can do 3 or 4 fins. My rocket that I had on the table as an example has got 4. I typically do 3. I got that a little higher than I wanted. So on this one, you'll tape one side and then, whoops, the other side. Ah, I did not tape that right. And then I like to put just a bit of tape along the part that's not there too. And then, or the other thing you can do is probably a little bit easier, is just fold the whole thing at the bottom a little bit. And then you just tape down each side. So put that on there, nice piece of tape right there, and a piece of tape right there. So, and then they, like I said, they've got 4 fins on their paper. I think, like I said, 3 or 4 works the best. If they want to, they can do that as well. But once they've got their fins on there, their rocket is complete. They can write like the bottom line or something on it and decorate it. Write the Bible story verse or whatever. So you've got your rockets ready to go. This one's got 4, this one's got 3. And then we're all gonna go out to the grass field and launch them. And so the Stomp Rocket launchers look like this. And all you do is just slide your rocket on there. And then you make sure the bottle is blown up. I'll show you re-blowing it up in a second. And then you just throw that on the ground. You hold your rocket and hold your rocket pointed this way, and then you're just gonna stomp. Flies like you wouldn't believe. And then to blow it back up, don't have them stick their mouth directly on that because it's gonna get dirty, but put your hand around it, blow into it, blows the bottle back up, slide the next rocket on there, and like I said, launch. I think I just put a hole in that wall. Not really, but have a lot of fun. Just talk about how it's important to keep your promises, and how David, these can remind us how David kept his promise after Jonathan warned him with the arrows. So these remind us of the arrows that Jonathan warned David with. If you have a little bit of extra time, which you probably won't, but there is an activity page you have where it's just challenges. So first thing is a scavenger hunt. So you'll just pick 2 kids send them outside the classroom, and you'll have all these random items that you'll just hide around the classroom. Have them come back in and then see who can find all the items first, and that person wins the challenge. You can keep doing that with other people if you want, or there is other challenges. So one of the challenges is you'll have a X on the floor and a pile of paper, and once you so you give them like a minute on the timer, and you say whoever can get the most snowballs on the X wins. So you're basically they got to crumble them and then try to throw them. I didn't get it on the X there. See? Now I got that one on the X. So then they can count, see who got the most snowballs. And then the third challenge is a group activity. You're going to split it into 2 teams, and you've got timer for 1 minute. You're going to see how high the team can count together. Now that doesn't seem very hard, but they've got to count by ones. Only one kid can count at a time, and they can't say 2 numbers in a row. And if more than one person speaks at a time, then they have to start back over at 0. So they're just trying to get to the highest number higher than the other team. So just have a little bit of fun with that. Thanks for all you do.